So class, if everybody is done with the activity, we can go on to marking the activity. We will use this method today. So if you and your partner feel that you'll strongly believe that you'll have found other rules of money, then raise your hands. We will ask you to come to the front of the class and write it down on the smartboard. Um, so this gives us an idea to it gives us an idea because we have all our attempts written on the board. So don't feel nervous or scared or shy or anything. Let's hear your ideas and let's come to the board and write them, the smart board. So now that we are done marking our activity, we can see on our smart board that we have come up with many roles of money that are not noted in textbooks and are noted on the internet. It is from our own knowledge of money. So it is here on the smart board. It can be taken down in the next 5 minutes. So let us continue. We have went through in our first lesson about the history of money. We went through traditional societies. We went through bartering. We understand what that is. If anybody doesn't have any questions on bartering and traditional societies, then we can go on. Any questions? Okay, so in the second lesson, we went on to talk about promissory notes. We went on to talk about coins and paper money and how those were created to make our lives easier. Does anybody have any questions on promissory notes, coins, or paper money? Okay, excellent. So in today's lesson, we discussed electronic banking and we discussed roles of money. I think electronic banking should be something that's easy for you guys to understand because you all are a tech savvy generation. So if nobody has any questions, we will go through a quick review of what we have learned in our history of money, and then we will go on to discuss the assignment further. So the assignment that was given to you all, we are just going to discuss it. So the way in which we're going to discuss today, we're going to use a PowerPoint presentation that's going to be displayed on the data projector, and you guys will also have the link to it so you all can look through it whenever you all want to for referring back for examination or to do your assignment. So let's focus, let's pay attention because it's the last time the history of money is going to be taught. I hope everybody can see, it's visible to everybody. So as we know, this is our EMS class, grade 7. We're doing the topic of the history of money that we went through. To go on to the next slide, it says, as we know, money was invented in China, where it made its appearance about 1,000 years ago. About 250 years ago, paper money began circulating widely in Europe in the early days, and number of banks printed and issued banknotes. Does anybody have any questions regarding this? Excellent. So it can be said that we all fully understand this topic. Next, we go on to our traditional societies. As we know, money is a part of our everyday life and it's difficult to live without it. Goods and services are acquired at a certain price, worked out by the currency of our time. Back in history, this was not how things were done in the traditional societies. trade was only done in the form of bartering. So we know what bartering is. Bartering is the exchange of goods and services for another good or service without using money. Does everybody understand so far? Is everybody on the same page as me? Okay, excellent. Next, we go on to our promissory notes that we did in lesson 2. A promissory note is a note in which one party promises in writing to pay a sum of money to another party. It has to be signed and written as a promise to pay. Next, we go on to our coins. Although the bartering system carried on for many years, it was not always easy to exchange, as we know. So, our ancient people started making coins from metal. But as time went on, what did they start making coins out of? Excellent. They used gold and silver and copper and bronze. Excellent. Next, we go on to our paper money. And the paper money came about because it was becoming difficult to carry around coins. So when the goldsmiths used to keep the people's money in their safes or vaults, they gave them a piece of paper as proof that the money was in the safe. So the value of the money that was given to them was written down on a piece of paper. So a genius person thought that it would be easier to make money out of paper instead of coins. And then we go on to electronic banking that we have done in today's lesson. Electronic banking is something that we can relate to because we are tech savvy generation of people. We do use the internet more than anybody else has ever. And as technology and as technology grows and transforms and becomes more developed, then there's going to be more measures put into place that's going to be making banking and money as we know it easier. Then we go on to the role of money, which we discussed. It's a medium of exchange, a unit of account, and a store of value. And then we gave our own roles of money that we think is suitable. Okay, so our topic 1 assessment. We'll discuss that in a moment. Topic 1 assignment that we discussed previously in the lesson. We didn't go too in detail, so I'm just going to give you a little bit more information to make you write excellent pieces to get the most marks that y'all can get. Let's see what it says on our slideshow. It says, use the information given to you during this topic of the history of money. Write a response of 1 page showing the transformation of money from the earliest civilization to what it is today. So basically from bartering to electronic banking that we have today. So we start off with bartering, we start and we end at electronic banking. We also must mention our traditional society. We need to mention everything that came in between bartering and electronic banking. And then your response should also include a paragraph explaining why you believe money is important. So you look at your roles of money. You see what money does exactly in our society, in our economy, and then you give a response to how you feel that money is important. This assignment will be 50 marks, and it will be collected in um, 2 weeks. You guys have 2 weeks to do this assignment. Remember to include a cover page, to include your name, your surname, all your information must be on your assignment. Remember to use the internet. You need to use the internet to research, but you cannot copy from the internet. The work needs to be your own. But I wanna see evidence that you went out and you researched, you googled, and you came up with your own response. Does anybody have any questions based on the assignment or as on the topic as a whole that we have just completed? Now the history of money topic is completed. We know everything that we are supposed to be knowing, everything that we're supposed to know for the exam, and also to do the assessment. Is there any questions that anybody has? Okay, excellent. So I'm going to give you the rest of the lesson, which is about 3 to 2 minutes here, to think about what you want to write in your response, your one-page response. It must be one page. If it's a little over a page, it's okay, but not less than a page. I'm going to give you this 2 to 3 minutes to think about what you want to how you want to respond to this question. In our next lesson, we'll be moving on to the next topic for this term. It is the needs and wants. So today when you guys go home, you can research on needs and wants, or you can read up in your textbooks, whatever, so you can be prepared for tomorrow's lesson.